Good evening, everyone. So I'm Claudia, and I live all the way up in Sunrise. And I was unfortunately in a job that sometimes would hold me until 8 o'clock at night. So it was not even time for me to get online. I quit the job this morning, so maybe I'll be down here a little bit more often. It does take an hour and 20 minutes for us to get down here, just to get down here. So I want to talk a little bit about today being thankful and giving. Hold on. Are we supposed to be thankful when we receive? That's an odd thing, right? We receive something and we need to understand how is it that we receive something. And we got to be thankful for. That's what we were raised to understand. But we also have so much that we gain from giving that we need to understand ourselves how important that is for our betterment. I picked this obviously it's from a different historical background, but I really like the way she posts. It's very low. Escuta, vou olhando aqui. I got it. Beautiful. So as you're seeing, obviously she's relating to a chaplain because of whatever designation she is at. But it's really interesting to see that she really explains the difference on how everybody receives their spirituality. This happens even here in the center. We have a full-blown medium, and we have a zero medium. And we're still connected throughout the same village. I don't see, I don't hear, I don't feel a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? We experience, each one of us individually experience our spirituality differently. Some of it can be trained, some of it cannot. Some people are allowed to experience more intense things. Some people are cursed by experiencing more intense things. And some people are not allowed for whatever reason of their life path not to experience them so intensely. But it's very
And it just, there is a problem because people are trying to connect and something is happening. Tarcísio is not putting them back. I don't know what's going on.
Admit?
Oh, Tarcísio left.
Oh, maybe he's the one that fell.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but
Nah,
he's
but
not
he's
at
not
the
on the
meeting.
computer, so he's not
He's not
admitting
at the
people.
meeting, the people. Okay.
You got it.
Sorry. Put it back.
Wait, connect your phone. Yeah, just connect your
Hi.
phone.
Yeah, I got connected. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How did we do this again? He wasn't here, right?
Yeah, you have to go in the presentation. I think it's down here.
Ah.
This
Oh,
one
it's
here.
here. Yeah. Cool. So that's how, that's why we have different people practicing different types of spirituality within spiritism. Now, the topic today is none of that, right? The topic today is being thankful, understanding yourself, understanding why are you involved in some of these activities, and understanding about giving, because this is all about Thanksgiving. So, gratitude, I found this that I like, I really like this quote. It says, gratitude is the medicine. Can you blow it about it?
I have no idea how to get out of it here. I'm
Just,
just,
just no, or just put this through.
Yeah, but mute the phone.
but I need to.
Hey, you can see, but you don't need to. Here. Anyways, but gratitude is the medicine of the spirit. Think about this. Gratitude is the medicine of the spirit. So today I got a birthday party. All my friends came. I was very grateful for all of them. That's an easy medicine, right? But then I got divorced, I got cheated on, and things were really bad, and we really fought, or whatever it is that happened. How can you be grateful then? However, when you find the way you become grateful on these adverse situations that life throw at us every day, is how you heal. So that is why this says gratitude is the medicine of the spirit. Because through your journey of looking for a way of being grateful of what happened, even if it was just because of the lesson that you had to learn, not trust people, whatever it is, it's how you heal. And that understanding within your soul, not just your mechanical part up here, I'm talking within your soul, that you really got that message, is how all these healings happen. With discipline, control of our thoughts. So every time we are going through the hate side, we push us back into the love side, all the little things that we do. Our attitudes, not reacting so intensively when you are not sure what you are reacting to, because who has never, ever have overreacted on something that I didn't understand, right? Abandoning the habits of complaining and focusing on the purpose of life. Because what is the any good that comes out of complaining? Zero. Actions, yes. And complaining, zero. Total waste of time. And we enter into a direct connection with a higher plane, plans no blinks, and begin to have an optimistic attitude in life. See, today somebody called me and said, "Oh, you're gonna go on a date?" I said, "Yeah." "Did you check out this guy? Did you check his background? Blah, blah, blah." And I said, "No." "Oh, let me check, because don't you know that guy that killed, I don't know, all his girlfriends and buried them on the beach?" I said, "No, I don't know none of that." Because I don't vibe that, so I don't hear that. But I thought it was hilarious. I started laughing. I'm like, "You think I'm gonna go out with a guy that has any condition to be burying me on the beach? Look at my size." I have a lot of work. So, and giving. Giving is a whole nother realm of crazy stuff. Look, volunteer as a young person or an adult who, due to their personal interest in civic spirit, dedicates a part of their time without any remuneration to various forms of activities organized or not of good social being or other. This is a total different concept than giving, because giving was, let's go put some money on this person's whatever so she can buy some socks. But this is a much fuller concept of what giving is supposed to be. Now, I'm going to be going back and forth about giving, gratitude, giving. Gratitude has all these benefits that our selves start to incorporate once we understand what are we being grateful for. And being grateful is really the whole process of understanding why, and why did I react that way, and why did the situation went that direction, and what did I learn from it. Once you can grasp all of that, like, have you ever been in a job where you started that job and then, as soon as the grace that everything is beautiful part of the job ends, like 3-4 months into it, you have no idea why do you have that job, or they change the boss and the boss is totally against you and you're in that job and it's just this mess. But one day you come into work and something happens, a conversation, a prayer, I don't know. And then you understand why you're in that position. And once you understand why you are in that position, boom, you either quit your job like we did because we hated it, or you can stay in that job and not face that fear and that anguish anymore, because at that point you understood what your purpose was. When the purpose falls into place, it's like, oh, so that's why I'm doing here. It's not answering people on the window, it's not answering the phone, it's not this or that. There's always an underlining reason why you're there. Sometimes it's to learn how to say no and walk out. Sometimes it's just to be there. So the current, just like in the mediumship meeting, it's completed because you were the piece of the puzzle that was missing in that current. But once you reach the absence of understanding why you're grateful, look, lower depressions, bolster resilience, increase feelings of energy, increase determination and strength. Of course, the more confident you get, the stronger you feel, more beautiful you feel. The practice of gratitude even help you sleep better, because you're not thinking about all the other stuff that was bothering you before, right? In fact, few things have been more repeatedly and empirically vetted than the connection between gratitude and overall happiness. People that are not grateful are not happy, period. So all we take for granted gratitude, being that we think it's an automatic thing. They did good to me, I'm grateful. But even bad things have a reason for us to be grateful for. So success stories. I have not heard any story of any avenue. People have been killed and the family has understood what was going on. I have heard stories of divorces, of parents that lost children, of marriages that ended, of all kinds of things. And once they understand why all that happened, there's a 95% success story when the gratitude is involved on the storytelling. When this point got reached, very little people don't get it after they understood what it is to be grateful for whatever adversity we have lived. As well as moral charity that comes, that can be intertwined, with material when we come across the brother who shares bread with his neighbor. He's not saying give bread. He's saying shares bread. You're not taking your access money, your saving money, your 10%. It's shared. It's you're sitting down with them and you're living that experience. Yes, our practical lives are crazy. Sometimes it's easier just to send a bag of socks. But delivering is a whole nother world. Right, understand? It's even the last one that we had that we all got lost and it was a whole mess. But the delivery was such a recompense.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
Why is that up there? Because we need to understand that even that is part of us being grateful. We are here today as the better versions of ourselves. I don't know how many times I have to say that. And we have to be grateful for that. And if it wasn't all these experiences, all these things that touch our lives, all these people, how many people here think they met less than 300 people in your life at this stage? No, everybody's met more than 300 people in your lives. And all these 300 people are still there? No, a lot of them are gone. But they did touch your life in such a way. Are we grateful for them? Because whether they did good or bad, they made me who I am today. And I'm the better version of myself. We have to be grateful for that. There's no reason not to. Is it easy to be grateful? No. Nothing is easy. You've got to find the strength that's all the way in the bottom here, maybe by your knee, to pull it up. And some adversities are really hard. Some are easy, but some are really, really hard. And for that, we really have to just go back to basics, put our little feet, and think, what would Jesus do? Because there's some things that are so beyond our understanding in this lifetime that we need extra strength. But he's always given it to us. He's always been there. And I believe that everybody at least once has felt the power of the assistance that he gives in our lives continuously. Most of it we don't ask, we just get and we take for granted. But that one you asked and you got really, really touches your soul. Now, I was looking for materials and curious things to talk about. I don't like to bring just the bread and butter, but I like to bring diversity. And I found this lady by the name of Elizabeth Dunn. She's actually on a TED Talk. And she wrote this book, Spending Money on Other Promotes Happiness. Yes. And then she said, yeah, but then after I wrote that and I understood that, I realized that a lot of us just sit here and think about next year we're going to be charitable and we're going to send some money to St. Jude or wherever it is that you send money. But is that really what will fulfill your soul so you can find the gratitude in order to reach that point? Let's see. She kept on studying. She came out to tell us that volunteering is essential to happiness. Because if we don't understand others around us, there is no way we can be happy. Helping others, not only strangers, but discreetly, because sometimes egos get in the way. We go to our families, friends, neighbors, even the ones we don't like, and we help them. We donate that we are very experienced of. The Volunteers of Love does an extremely good job at that. Not only things we donate, we also donate our time, we donate our love, and we donate the most important thing, which is our ears. Today I said something to Mark and he was laughing. He says, on a two-way conversation, there's two mouths. However, there are 4 ears. We should be doing a lot more listening and speaking, right? Help others. As long as we are aware that we're not overstepping ourselves and we are assisting, helping others once we go home, it's one of the most rewarding things that we can do in order to walk towards happiness. And then this is her here. So a lady that wrote a book about just giving money has now understood. And if you look her up, you'll see there's a TED Talk for about 15 minutes of this beautiful thing that she did for building apartments for a needy family. And the experience and all the challenges and everything that was involved on that. And what the result was, and the friendship that became between the people that were just helping and the actual family. So it's really, really interesting. These things are the things that bring us real joy. Yes, I love getting dressed, putting my earrings and everything. But if I don't have friends to go meet, what's the point? My mom and your parents probably were from a generation very different than ours. And the way they captivated friends was very differently. They were by location, right? You go to that bar, or you go to that pool, or you go to that restaurant, and that's where you had your friends. Or you worked in a certain place and you had your friends, and that's a wrong thing to do, right? Sometimes you think you have friends at work, and that is really what you don't have. So, are we going to be committing the same mistakes? When a friend moves away, we're going to stop being their friends because they no longer live in the same area. If a friend goes to another center, are we going to stop talking to them just because we don't see them anymore? Now the internet and everything that has been given to us has been able to facilitate this across border, across the world friendship that has no end. Let's not sleep on this and be aware that friendships will always last. It's like you met somebody that you met when you were a child. You sat for 20 minutes on a bench, and it was like you're just seeing each other 2 days ago. And 20, 30 years have passed. Which is nothing for a spirit, right? Oops. So our final thoughts is when you're talking about giving and thankful, they're almost two of the same. They have to walk hand in hand. And in no matter which part of the equation you're talking about, and I think here is missing self as well. Who takes time? Who here has a planner, an agenda that you have your to-dos and, what are you doing at 2:00 and at 4:00? Everybody has an agenda here?
Yes.
Well, but you do have a time to get into work and a time to get out of work, right? So that's kind of an agenda. You have a time to be at the center and a time to leave the center, right? Do you book in that agenda time for yourself?
Yes.
It's not common. When I do this in places that are not spiritual centers or people that are a little bit more in tune with self-care, the answer is always no. People don't really take care of themselves. So go get your nails done. Whatever it is that tickles you, go do it. Go sit and read a book. You don't do that because you don't have time. Book the time, like if it was a doctor's appointment. By the way, going to the doctor is also self-care. Doctors, dentists, whatever it is, chiropractors, physical therapy, whatever it is that we got to do, right? So it's 7:46. I'm right on my spot. Anybody has any questions? Anybody would like to say anything? Anybody would like to share an experience? Let's see how she's doing. There's nobody here to admit. I'm done. Right on time, man. It's okay. No questions? We're good? I'm done.
Thank
Thank
you.
So you have more minutes.
No, it's 7:46. I have
Yes, you
4
have
minutes.
10 minutes.
I have 10 minutes. Nobody has questions. What am I supposed to do?
Okay,
It is.
so if you guys don't have questions, I will ask questions. So, João, I know that you just had an accident in your car and your windows are broken,
Oh, I didn't.
but as I didn't watch the lecture because I was dealing with kitchen issues, I know she started the lecture. By the way, let me see who is here. Oh, it's Thomas here. Hi, Thomas. So I know that she started the lecture mentioning that we have to be thankful for everything. And Givaldo Franco mentions that's important that we are thankful for our problems. And it's hard for us to understand. I'm sure Claudia explained it. It's hard for us to understand, isn't it, Mikhail? When you have problems in your school, it's difficult to be thankful for. Yeah, it is. Don't say no. Because I know it is, and I will ask you. But now it's João. So, João, how can you be thankful for knowing that now you have an extra expense to deal with?
It's funny because yesterday we went to the SEPA and the lecture also was about giving and thankful. It's more about being thankful than about giving. And I meditate a lot at night time and also during the day. And I always, before I drive, I always make a prayer, ask God to take me whatever and come back. So I think if it happened here, it's because something worse would happen in this week. And I'm so grateful. It's just a glass.
Yes,
What can I do?
it is true.
It's money. I know it's it make you mad,
Time.
especially I hate mechanics because it's like some other things that people going to take advantage of you, but it could be worse, much worse.
It is, exactly. So there is a story of the Brazilian medium Chico Xavier and his wonderful guide, the Spirit Emmanuel. And the Spirit Emmanuel, we know how tough he is. He's not an easy cookie. Was a very, very tough spiritual guide. And he said that he was tough because Chico needed to be like this. So Chico has thousands of stories. But there is one story that Chico is walking and he tripped on a sidewalk and he fell and he was still on the floor. Emmanuel appeared and told him, give thanks to God. And the story says that Chico look at him, I'm like, he starts standing up and like cleaning, like, and then Emmanuel, now give thanks to God now. And Chico was like, thank you, Lord. Thank you for having fell. And look at Emmanuel, like, and then Emmanuel, more. And he's like, thank you so much. I imagine him saying, thank you so much. It was awesome to have fallen. I can't wait to fall again. Of course, this is Angy perspective, my typical exaggeration. But Chico left. He left to work, spent the whole day there, and then he rippled his pants. And long day, he returned home. Emmanuel appeared again. And then now to other things, they had to write books and other items, but the Chico had that in his head. So Emmanuel was like, okay, Chico, what do you want to ask? And the Chico said, well, as you can read my thoughts, I really wanted to understand why I was still on the floor and you already making me to be thankful for having fell. I fell. It was hurting and blah, blah, blah. And then Emmanuel told him, exactly, Chico. I obligate you to be thankful immediately. Because if at that moment you had opened up to being angry, being mad, any kind of blasphemy or other things, you were surrounded by spirits that actually wanted to connect with that type of energy. Because when we all know, science knows also, that when we bring our vibrations down, our physical body is depleted from good energies, depleted from the good cells, and opens up to other cells. Weak. In Spiritism, we mention we are here, the higher level spirits are here, far from us, we are kind of here. And then here are the negative spirits. The spirits that still need to evolve, our brothers and sisters, and also us when we are not having a good day. So when we have a problem, we quickly, it's not that we go down, we stink. We just, that's it. It's very difficult to go up, even in science. It's very difficult to climb the Empire States. But it's kind of easy to run down the stairs of the Empire States. The same thing with goodness and the negative. So that's what Emmanuel mentioned. If you had fallen here, you were surrounded of spirits that had actually plotted to make you connect in anger. And at that moment, they would make you to get sicker because Chico was sick. He was full of diseases. So he was always battling all kinds of issues. So that for me was very, very interesting because imagine Chico Xavier, for me, one of the very, very, very elevated human beings that was able to live here. And his life was a life, exemplary life to any one of us. And even Chico had to immediately be thankful for a problem. And now we can just imagine. For example, with me, like a few weeks ago, a little bit over a week ago, I had a lot of stress in my job, a lot of stress. We all have stress of all kinds of problems. I'm sure Claudia leaving work is stressful because you new job or no job, we never know what happens to our life. We have to be careful when we get stressed because, I'm not angry, I'm not hateful, but I am stressed. And when we are stressed, we also have a tendency of bringing our energy down. And then what happened? You connect with the lower zone spirits. But because I already knew that, I was praying to not allow this to happen to me. As Claudia said, I'm a blown medium, and I am susceptible to all kinds of spirits. Don't think because someone is a medium is susceptible to meet just the guardian angels, Madre Teresa of Calcutta, and anyone. Now, you are connected with your brothers and sisters down here. And what happened to me? I immediately got sick. I didn't have any other problems, but I got physically sick in a way that I spent like 7 days not feeling good. And I'm still not the phenomenal, but I am better. So this is something that we have to be always, always careful. So very good. Julio. Okay, before I go to Julio.
I feel it's interesting because even though the first thing in my mind is like, oh God, if it rains, I didn't care about the glass. So it's like, I think I'm really good. Since I didn't get upset at all, and it's just like, it was all about glass. It's material. So
That's very good.
I was here, I was like, it happens.
That's very good because you receive a double dosage. So you were in Safa early, now here's all preparation for what was going to happen. So we are very few here. Really quickly, I would like to listen to each one of you. What are you thankful for? So Julio, lucky you. What are you thankful for today?
I'm thankful for my work.
For your work?
For my job, yes.
That's awesome. Thomas, what are you thankful for?
Well, I'll say the same thing. I'm thankful for my new job.
You're thankful for what?
For my new job.
Oh, congratulations. That's exciting. Very good. Happy for you. So, João, you are thankful that nothing worse happened. That's great.
I have a question.
Teresa.
I have a question. What is the relation between what you feel and the moment that it happened, this with the sequel, and the way that you have to pronounce the thank you? What is the relation? Doesn't matter about how you feel upset, but you have thank you. Is
What you feel is very important. It is very important. For example, if Chico had to stand up and like, thank you.
Exactly.
But inside he's angry, wouldn't have helped. But Emmanuel knew Chico was a very well-behaved human being. And whatever he was going to say was going to be from his heart. But if it happens to us, you stand up and like, thank you.
In this case,
That's not going to help.
This is just trying to lower his vibration. If he had said anything, the bad spirits, his enemies, was going to take his get this to make big against you.
Yes, exactly.
That's why.
So if you don't feel, I'm sorry, but if you don't feel the way that you have to thank you because you feel upset, what happened? It's better for you don't say anything.
No, as the spirits tell us, we always need to give a step. So exactly like people that are charitable, but they don't do it from their heart. They do it because of tax reasons. They do because others will see, whatever is the reason. They are still charitable, but it's not from their heart yet. But it's already a step towards the real goodness. So for us to, even if we are not saying something from our heart, at least we already know that we should be thankful, even if it's difficult. But we are still like, okay, thank you, God. I don't really know why, but I know I should say thank you. So it's a step. Mark, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for many things, but having now traversed this country from one coast to the next, I'm thankful for the freedom that I now have to take whatever steps I want in the future without any responsibilities, requirements, etc. I'm in a nice place in life. A lot of people desire at the end of their working career. If I want to go back to work, I can go back to work, but I don't have a requirement to go back.
Yeah.
If I want to totally devote myself to spiritism in the English countries, which is where my heart is right now, I have the time to do that and take the steps accordingly. So I'm extremely appreciative for today and the freedom.
You're like a chap that just left the parents' home and experienced life. That's you now. I'm happy to have you here. So, my friends, I'm sure you remember, but Mark crossed from California to Florida, and he's going to be here with us, helping here in InnerLight. And I think he told me InnerLight was a big inspiration. So, I'm like, wow, that's really good. That's awesome. So, Claudia, I know you are thankful for your new job. Anything else?
I'm thankful for being able to leave the other job.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for being here.
No, it's like, it's hard. I mean, you do it for a while and you create attachments and you don't want to do it, but it takes courage. It takes dedication to follow the steps, to follow through to do it. You know? So,
That's awesome. Mikhail, tell me the list that you are thankful for. 2 minutes to tell me your list. What are you thankful for?
Can you just tell one thing?
The one?
you could just say one thing, yes.
I like the wake up.
Oh, okay. That's good. John?
I was gonna say him, I'm thankful for opening my eyes this morning. It's another day.
Look at you.
We can help.
Very good. Romantic. Amanda?
Oh, I'm always very thankful for my daughter. She was the most unexpected blessing of my life. So I'm always very, very thankful to her. And to the place where I'm at right now, I'm thankful. Things are falling together and shifting, and we'll see.
Oh,
So I'm
beautiful.
thankful for that.
Nachi?
I'm thankful for to be here and have a lot of friends like my family. And
Good. River?
Thankful for another day in life. Every day is a bless. Thank you today, thank you tomorrow, thank you yesterday.
Very good. My dear Judith?
I'm so grateful for this life, for this experience of human being. I'm so grateful.
Awesome. Araceli?
I'm just grateful to be alive and have the opportunity to be here on planet Earth and have family, my kids, my husband. I'm thankful for that.
Yes. Thankful for everything. I am also thankful for absolutely everything. I'm thankful for being Angy, loud and crazy, and I'm sure this is an improvement for my previous life. That I'm not sure if I was loud and crazy too, but I'm sure I'm nicer in this lifetime. So I'm super thankful for life. I'm super thankful for the beautiful Mia InnerLight community that we created and all the other ones. So Grove Adventures, Brazucas, and so many Volunteers of Love. So I'm thankful for the communities that I was able to put together. Yeah.
An observation, as each of us expressed all of this, I have a sense, and maybe this is spirit speaking to me, that we all know our lives could be there. We lived in the Middle East. We were born in Africa. But to be here and now, in this space, we've become educated. We've become aware of what's going on in the world. We have an appreciation for this place, physically, as well as spiritually, because it could be a whole lot.
Yes. Yes. Very good. Thank you. So, we have more people. Okay. Now, you see, they didn't want to talk. You see? You see, Thomas? Okay. Julio and then João.
Just sharing a thought. We understand that the benefits to be grateful. We understand that the benefits to be forgetful. Sometimes in our lives, things happen and we are not evolved enough. We know where we want to go, but we are not evolved enough. And sometimes in some situations, maybe will be difficult for us to forgive or be grateful. And one thing that I think at least was important for me, because I had a situation in my life that I can't forgive, I don't accept that, and blah, blah, blah. And in the same time, I was feeling guilty because I needed to forgive, but I can't. I need to forgive, but I can't. And this was so harmful for me because I was feeling guilt. So I think that is important for us. Understand that it's important to be thankful, it's important to forgive, but in the same time, if we have some situation that in this moment we can't be grateful or we can't be forgive, we need to be how can I say, respect ourselves and forgive ourselves that, oh, in this moment I can't. I know that one day I will be able to be grateful or forgive, but I accept that because I think sometimes it's too hard for us that the receive the message that we should in all situations be grateful and love. And sometimes it's not possible because we are not evolved enough. So if in some time in our lives we have this feeling that oh, I need to forgive or need to be grateful and we can't, it's okay.
And what should you do in this case?
In this situation?
Yes.
I just take a deep breath. In my case, I take a deep breath and okay, Julio, I can't right now, but I will little by little, I will just need the time, and I know that one day I will forgive or one day I will be grateful.
Well,
Maybe
we
not.
need to be active in this process. So if you already identify you cannot do it, of course, if a child was murdered, you lost all your money, I don't know, your mother is dying, something extremely difficult and it was caused by somebody else, for example. Actively doing it is, God, I know I cannot forgive right now. I cannot be thankful right now, but I humbly ask your guidance to help me to heal. So sooner or later, I will be able to do what I know I have to do. That's forgiving, that's to be thankful. Because if we just, we identify I cannot do it, and I cannot do it right now. And that's it. It's harder. But when we express, I know I cannot do it right now, but God help me. I need strength to do it. One day it will happen and faster. Yes, John?
Yeah, I think that's really important to realize, okay, it's important to realize you should forgive. That's an important step. But to ask for help, people still are hesitant to ask for help. God, give me whatever I need. God, do this. Ask for help in getting forgiveness, even understanding that it's all right to ask for help.
Yes.
Becomes something of a blessing.
Yes.
No, but what happens, even asking for help, this is not important for me. The important for me is sometimes we feel guilty because, oh, I need to forgive, but I can't right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't think this is a good feeling.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
I think that you need to be, calm down. Don't feel guilty. It's not the moment. One day you will forgive, or one day you will be grateful, but don't, it's too much in our hold this for us.
Yes.
Feeling guilty. We know that what we need to do,
Yes.
but don't feel guilty. Relax. One day you will be able, because we are evolving. Don't be too hard with yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking for a lot of things, and especially being a leader, it's very sometimes difficult to make up your mind on a lot of things. But I have a very good sense of people, read people behaving and analyzing. And one thing I'm very grateful for you, because you
I
help
would say
so
that.
many people the way you are, and I always think and ask God to help you, give you energy, strength on everything, because the way you are, you help so many people. You don't know. I know there's so many people like, what angel doing? How can she have this energy? And I always ask God to give you more energy, because a lot of people really need you, and you are part of most of us. We all you are our guide, and most of us get inspired by your energy, and say, let's do this and let's do that, and I'm so glad for have you in my life, and just know that you help so many people, and you also is this character that you are.
Oh
And,
my
really
God.
It's amazing.
Wow.
It's very good.
Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. This
I
is
have to say something
beautiful.
also, because if my daughter married and I have a grandson now, and I said I have to continue my life. So what I'm going to do, and pop up in the internet, the neighbor, and I said, I'm going to see who is the Brazilian in my area, and
Oh, that's how you met?
yeah, and through you, I met many people, and back again to Claudia after 33 years, so we're friends. And
Wow.
so I met many people. Now I have many friends, and back into the car.
That's
And it was
awesome.
Also, so
And
look
we
at
are
what
so
you do.
connected. Look at this, how you end up
Yeah.
reconnecting.
So look at the job that are you doing.
Yes. Oh, but
That your mission, that God put over you, that you have.
that's a very, very nice. Very, very nice. So thank you so much, everybody. So tonight we are not gonna have passes because of course I'm over the time because you guys wanted to talk.
Yeah, you guys didn't want to.
So let's do a collective prayer. And then outside, I really want to do another prayer with the food, but I want our friend Thomas to be participating of this prayer as well. So let's just, Claudia, would you like to do this prayer? I do the one outside. So very good. Thank you.
Find a comfortable position. Set aside all your day-to-day preoccupations, clear your mind. Gather your energy and elevate it towards the guiding spirits of this work, of these talks. That they keep helping us and they keep assisting our work, our betterment, and corroborating with the will that we have to become better people every day. We're thankful for their support. We're thankful for all the energy reset that they will provide us in every week that we gather in the name of Jesus. All these things we ask. So
very good. Thank you, my dear.